Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 1000 Gurus. Hal, welcome to the show. Thanks for being here. So how are you feeling? I know you're totally not nervous.
Yeah, not at all.
Not at all. Yeah, you can't tell at
Hmm.
all. Cool. So yeah, thank you again for being here. I'll go into how I know you just so we can get this started. So we met around, I want to say 2017-ish. I know it was around that time, like when I
Yeah.
started teaching at the studio, the K-pop studio, in Buena Park. Slowly over time, we started to hang out in our karaoke crew. Most of us had the common interest in K-pop and dance, but eventually we started to hang out regularly, like karaoke and other things. And
Filipino stuff.
Filipino stuff. Most of us are Filipino or Filipino at heart. And then we had significant others join the group. And so we're all around the same age group. Some of them are other former guests of 1000 Gurus in
Hmm.
Karaoke Crew, which involve Blessy, who's here, Joanne, and Jay.
Yeah.
How organizes a lot of our fun events. Like she always like creates like these cool little gifts. I would say I was gonna say how is one of my most craftiest
Yeah.
friends, but I think that's a lie. I think she is the craftiest friend. I think she's like first place. If you ever see some of these gifts, like they're just like these little things that you're like, where did you find this from? Or it's like themed, like if it's Harry Potter or like One Piece themed. So she's very crafty. She sources these things from no one knows where. But yeah, so you're kind of like I would say you're kind of like the mom in our group, or at least one of the moms, because like you've made some of my favorite gifts. And one of them was actually I was planning on I was thinking about wearing my back pain shirt. I get the most
Oh.
compliments on that one. No,
Hmm.
I wore it on episode 4 or 5,
Hmm.
which is like it's black pink, but it's in the style of back pain. And so I sent it to Hal. I was like, hey, how can I commission a shirt? This like a sleeveless like gym shirt. And then she's like, okay, sure. And then she like made it for me. And I always get compliments like, oh my God, I thought that said Blackpink, but it says back
Back
pain. I'm like,
pain.
yes. So that's like definitely one
Very
of my favorite
timely.
ones. Yeah, very timely. And then you also, another shirt I was thinking of wearing or bringing was our Rip California J shirt. So,
I
J,
thought of wearing it today too.
yeah, I think that's maybe too much ego for Jay. Um, because yeah, so his episode would have been live by the time you hear this episode.
Mm.
But so our friend Jay moved to Phoenix, and then so as like a going away sort of fun thing, Hal made these shirts that was like it looks like it's like a box with his photo, but
Memorial
it looks like
photo.
a memorial photo, like
Yeah.
he's dead or something. But
It's
it's really
Marcos
just
and your idea mostly.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll wear it at the gym sometimes, and sometimes people will like stare, like look a little bit too hard, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Is that a memorial shirt?" And in my head, I'll never correct them. I'll be like, "Yeah, he's gone."
I hope he's happy wherever
I hope
he
wherever he's
is.
at, I hope he's happy, Jay. I just wanted to show for the video listeners, this is something that How just got me. It's like a little, like a CD thing, but it has our 1000 Gurus logo. It's pretty cute. And so you can scan it on your phone, and then it hacks all your passwords. And so
Yeah.
now I have it, or at least Hal will have
Yeah.
it. So
Especially
essentially,
SSN and
yeah,
yeah, like important stuff like
yeah. So security and everything.
bank
So
stuff.
I can just tap this and be like, hey, check out 1000 Gurus. And then we just steal all their passwords and identity and theft and everything. So yeah, that was a long intro.
Hmm.
Any clarifications or what are you up to these
Yeah.
days?
Um, it sounds about right to
Yeah,
me.
like
Yeah.
yeah, this one's what
Yeah.
that's what we've been up to. Cool. All right, we'll go into intro questions then. So the first one, I think you know what's coming. Well, first, where does the name Harley come from? So I know some of our friends call you Harley. I kind of met you as How,
Yeah.
and you have two names. So like, what's
Yeah.
the difference?
Actually, I'm more comfortable with Hal
Yeah, yeah.
because Harley is kind of like, "Are you mad at me?" kind of thing.
Mm,
Because growing up, well, Harley is actually my legal name,
mm,
and my dad likes Harley Davidson,
mm,
like the brand, and so that's where they got it from. And my auntie suggested it because I was supposed to be Hazel, but my mom or my auntie said that it's too common. It's
mm.
too much Hazel in the world, so I, I gotta be Harley for some reason. But it's kind of like growing up, people think that I am a man or like a boy.
Mm.
So, and my nickname is Hao because of my like being Filipino, like they make up names,
Yeah.
and ever
Really?
since I
That's
was like
crazy.
I
Like
was
what?
ever since I was a kid, that's just the name that I'm more comfortable with.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, for you guys who don't know, if you're not Filipino, if you're Filipino, you know. That's why I go by JR, because Filipinos just love nicknames. And so they're like, why is your name JR? I'm like, because it's a Filipino thing. I
Yeah.
don't know how to explain it.
Mhm.
So yeah, I get that. So we love nicknames here. So what about why upside down photos? I don't know if you guys see Pal's Instagram or anything, but her stories, her posts are always like upside down. My headcanon is one day you were using your phone and it was upside down and you posted it and you're like, oh, I guess this is my thing now. So you just kept like that. But
No, because I like taking pictures and videos, and then before, like, phones doesn't really have the favorites, so I would usually like rotate it so that I know that I chose the picture.
mm,
And so, yeah, I just started with that and started posting. And then I would tell people that I'm just helping you exercise, like,
it's like just trying to give you neck
yeah,
pain.
like, yeah, yeah, neck pain in your
Yeah, neck pain area. So it was a way for you to like sort photos
hmm
based on. So if it was upside down, it was like a favorite.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
easier
okay.
for me to like know, oh, this is it, this is
Yeah.
it, this is it. So I can just post it like
Mm.
right away.
So it's a
Yeah.
functional thing. So all the photos you post now are your favorite.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Those are my favorites.
I like it. It's very interesting because, well, I don't know about any of our mutual friends, but
Mm-hmm.
whenever I'm on Instagram and then I'll see like stories and it's like upside down, I'm like, oh, it's Hal. I don't even know what the fuck. It's usually something like you or David upside down.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, this is Hal's story. And then you have
That's
to kind of
me.
rotate it. And if you repost her story, you have to repost it upside
Yeah.
down. And
People
the,
usually do it, like
we'll, we'll,
correct
we'll
it.
correct it so that the world is right side up.
hmm
But they're like, why is this story upside down?
Yeah. It's also because I'm shy to for people to look at me too. So like
Mm.
I put it so like
So there's
less
extra effort.
interesting.
So there's extra effort to actually
Yeah.
see you. I like
Mhm.
it. That's actually kind of funny. Okay. Anything else? Otherwise, we'll go into intro topics.
Yeah, I think I'm good.
Cool. All right. First question: where'd you grow up, Hal?
I grew up in the Philippines. Small background of my family, I would say, like from my parents, and they are from a small town in the Philippines called Paete, Laguna. Paete, which means or Paete is like the carving capital of the Philippines, actually. So
Carving capital.
yeah, like
Mm.
carving woods,
Oh.
like a lot of creative stuff. I think that's where
Mm.
I got my creative side. Um, so paet actually means chisel, like a tool that you use to carve
Mm.
wood. And so yeah, that's where my family came from, and I think that's where creative influence and stuff came from and
Mm.
instilled into me.
Yeah, it was in your
Yeah,
family lineage.
yeah.
Yeah. So when did you come over to the States and like why?
Um, I came here when I was a little older, like around 19 to 20 years old. I think I am already, I would say it's like a crucial age for people, like 20 and up is like a very crucial age for people to um like it's like you're finding yourself
Oh, I see.
starting to like do adult stuff and stuff, and all my friends are there too, and so I think I'm losing my
Yeah.
train of
So
thoughts.
like it's like a crucial time. What
hmm
was did your family moved all together or what was that like?
Yeah, so my auntie petitioned my family, and then my sister moved in first, and she's been living here longer than us too.
Mm.
And then petition mean like it's like what Leslie explained on her podcast, like they invited you to come here and live here. And my parents think that it's gonna be more opportunities for me. That's why we moved here. But for me, it's because everything is new, even though I grew up in the Philippines and English is actually like part of the curriculum. So, and my parents enrolled me into like a high school that enforces us to speak English. It's like an English, like
School.
enforcement. It's like
Yeah.
an English school, but it's still different when you came here because my my brain still thinks, and like right now I'm live translating it in my head because I'm thinking in Filipino, but I have to live translate it in English. So it's still different, like the grammar structures. So I still find that hard till now because, of course, I grew up mostly in the Philippines. And so all the mannerisms, all the grammar structures are still living inside me and
Mm.
still something that I'm trying to correct and learn, and I'm still learning till this day. But yeah.
Were you excited to move over, or were you kind of hesitant, or what was your thought process as you're moving over and getting adjusted to states?
Well, cause like I said, like I grew up mostly in the Philippines, and all my friends are there. It was a really hard switch for me because almost all of my life I lived there, and I'm more comfortable there. My friends are there, and moving here and doing like a kind of a reset.
Yeah.
And when I first moved here, I was actually really scared even to order food because I'm like, what if I say it wrong, or I'm not used to like small talks too. Like I'm very introverted,
Mhm.
so like it's very hard, especially when you're an introvert.
Yeah.
So
Maybe you know that stereotype that Gen Z, they don't know how to talk on the phone. So you're just
yeah, I'm more of a typer. Like I
yeah,
told you,
yeah,
I
exactly.
type like I could talk to you for hours. Like text me, but
Mhm.
don't call me.
Yeah. And then you meet her in person, you're like, how come you don't talk ever?
Yeah, they're like, who are you
You're
talking
so chatty
to
on
again?
online or like on the
Yeah.
phone. Yeah, I
Yeah,
like it. I
I'm
mean,
more
I'm this
energetic on like online than in
yeah,
person.
I'm the same too. I was telling how this before, but it's like you know that maxim of introverts kind of think to talk and then extroverts talk to think, whereas like you can see the live as they're saying
Mm-hmm.
things and then you can see how their thoughts
Yeah,
are kind of progressing, whereas
yeah,
people like us, we have to stop and think about something for a little bit and then say the thing.
mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like how
Yeah.
I'm
Because I feel more organized when I see the
yeah.
words. Like I'm more organized. The words make sense when I type than like I just do it freestyling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense. So then you move over here. What were your career or like life aspirations moving here? So you said you were like 19ish. So what
Yeah.
what were you trying to do at that point?
I actually don't know what I'm gonna do because I don't know anything here. And like I said, it was a crucial age where you are trying to figure out yourself and trying to see what life is out there. Um, so the fear for me is I'm a very introverted person. So how I countered that being introverted and overcoming the fear of conversing, I actually started to work, or I found a job at the mobile dental company where we go to different facilities, and it's very diverse, and it has like a lot of race and ethnicities and different types of people that you can meet. So you're like kind of forced to talk and
Mhm.
interact with people, and so that kind of helped me in terms of interacting with people better
Yeah.
because you hear more stories and stuff and different kinds of walks of life.
Mm.
So I think that really helped me.
That makes sense. In my head, I was thinking like mobile dental clinic. It's like people have stuff in their mouth, and you're like, "Oh, so how?
Oh
Where are you
yeah,
from?" Like, all right, all
yeah.
right. Like, oh, sorry, I can't understand
Actually,
you.
that's true too. Like, why would dental? I'm not gonna say anything is wrong,
Yeah, yeah,
but it's true. Like
yeah,
they like to talk you when they're working on your mouth,
yeah.
and it'll be like, ugh.
My friend Lisa, she's a dental hygienist,
Yeah,
and
I
she's
heard.
like, yeah, people will
Mm-hmm.
just keep talking, and you kind of conversational, or sometimes she'll hear other people,
Mm-hmm.
other clients talking to other
Mm-hmm.
hygienists, and it's like, dang, she got someone's whole life story. But like, aren't you the
Yeah.
dental office? Isn't there stuff in your mouth? Like, I
Yeah.
could never talk when I'm being cleaned or
Mm-hmm.
whatever.
But they give you breaks too.
Right, right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that makes
yeah.
sense. So then I guess, so you just happen to you still work in this field?
Yeah, I
So you
do, but
just
I
like,
don't go out in the field
mm,
anymore. It's
okay.
more admin works now.
Okay, yeah, I was about to ask like what do you do and or like how did that career trajectory
Mm-hmm.
like how did you find this work?
Online, I don't remember
Oh,
really exactly
exactly how you got
how,
there. Yeah.
but I thought that it would be a good foundation for me to start
Mm,
here in the US to start like interacting with people because we the work that I do mainly focus on nursing facilities or like elderly people. So we go to the facilities and like do their treatments, and yeah. So we kind of talk, and mostly because this might sound like a stereotype, but mostly Filipinos are nurses, and so it's
what? That's crazy.
and so like it's easier to and more comfortable for me to be surrounded by like
Makes sense.
people. So like if you go to a facility, for sure there's gonna be at least one Filipino there.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a nurse or a CNA or a LVN or social services, and so it brings comfort for me
It makes
too.
sense.
Yeah,
Not that I haven't had a Filipino nurse on the show. I
and
have.
it's a very controlled environment too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Um, it's funny because so I donated blood a couple weeks ago or last
Mm-hmm.
week, and all the nurses there are Filipino. And I was gonna say most, but I think all of them are. It's like a blood donation center at the UCI Medical Center in Orange, but also at UCI on campus.
Mm-hmm.
And they all know me, and they're all super nice. But it's like they're all Filipino, and it's like whenever it's like, "Oh, how are you?"
Hi,
And
Tita.
yeah, exactly, yeah. And so the one of the head nurses,
Mhm.
Tina, such a Filipino name.
Yeah.
but, but she's super sweet. She's super nice.
Mhm.
But yeah, they're all Filipino. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Yeah.
We love stereotypes. So I was gonna ask, like, getting into this work, but maybe one of the things that I wanted to ask was like, why are these services important, or maybe like, what is it like working there?
Oh, the dental
Yeah, the
office?
dental
Okay,
office.
because we also not just cater to elderly, we also go to like subacute units and
You
like
said
TRC.
subacute.
Yeah, so like people that's not really functional
I
mostly.
see.
So they can't really communicate with you. So they really need help for you to clean those teeth because they're actually it's very important for you uh, to keep your oral hygiene because it links to a lot of diseases like respiratory infections and stuff, and um, actually links to dementia too. So I would really recommend for you to keep your teeth as long as you can because it's really hard. And I've seen a lot of elderly and I've heard a lot of stories of having a hard time to eat because they don't have teeth anymore. And it's just your health declines, everything falls because after all, mouth is the gateway to the rest of your body. And so like nutrients,
Mhm.
everything. And so it's really hard and fun. Uh, one thing that I can share too that I learned from working at the dental office is when you lose all your teeth, your tongue actually naturally expands.
Oh,
So like even if you have dentures, a lot of our old people like if they have lost their teeth for a long time, it's they're having a hard time because naturally the tongue would push the dentures like out. And so even though they put adhesive there on the dentures,
oh, I see.
it would still like it's gonna be very loose because of bone loss and stuff. And so, would really recommend for you to keep your teeth as
Yeah.
long as you can.
What is the so the problem with having your tongue extended out is that it pushes out your dentures, or
Because right now your tongue is being tamed by your teeth right
right,
now,
right, right.
so naturally it's right there. Because um, if you think about it, like tongue has a lot of senses.
Mm.
So it's gonna be there because what if you accidentally bite on it? So like your
Oh.
brain naturally um, puts it there like backwards. So if there's nothing that's keeping it back, then
Oh,
it
so it's keeping
naturally
it
grows.
safe.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. Like in
Mm-hmm.
case you accidentally bite it or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Hmm. So, yes, something good to think about.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? As our, I guess, as the first expert or person to have on the show in terms of dental health that we're talking about. So maybe what is one or two things or important things to consider about dental health that you think people get wrong?
Let me think about that. I'm kind of blanking
Floss.
out. Yeah, yeah, I would always recommend to floss because that's what our hygienist would always tell us.
Mm.
Like, floss every day, do water flossing, or whatever. Just keep your mouth clean. Go to your dental appointments. Don't be scared of the dentist. I know that the sound can be annoying for some other people, like the one in the back there, but would really recommend not skipping your dental appointments because it's really important because I love to eat, and so actually a lot of my coworkers love to eat too. So like sweet stuff, and it's very ironic because we work in a dental
Mhm.
office, and would you would your people would think that we would avoid sweet stuff, but we do love sweet stuff
Yeah.
there all the time, and so um, eating your favorite food is actually like your comfort food is very for me at least, it's important because it calms me down. And so, yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Every time I get like my teeth cleaned like twice a year, and then
Mm-hmm.
my dentist would be like, "Oh yeah, so you're flossing?" And I look him straight in the eye. I'm like, "Oh yeah, totally." Every day, I'm
He
like,
can tell.
"Yeah, obviously." Can't you tell?
Mhm.
I floss like 5 times a day. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
I try my best. I don't know if you ever heard of this study, but there was like two indicators as you're talking. There's two
Mm-hmm.
indicators of a long life. One of them was flossing, and one of them was like VO2 max, which is like the amount of volume and your lungs can hold in oxygen. And
Oh.
I think to improve that, you do like cardio, like walking
Oh,
or
really?
like zone 2 walking. I'm just kind of regurgitating stuff I've heard on other
Mm.
podcasts. But basically, it was those two things. And I thought it was interesting. It's like, oh, wow, dental health and, your
Yeah.
cardio, your lung capacity is important.
I need to walk more.
Yeah, well, so takeaway for the audience: walk more while flossing.
Yes. Multitask it.
Multitask, and you'll
Yeah.
live forever.
Forever.
That's a good
More
takeaway.
than 100.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a good takeaway. All right, so anything else? Otherwise, we can move on to entrepreneurship and creativity. So
Okay.
this is the thing I wanted to ask you about because, like I mentioned, you're my craftiest friend.
I'm the
And
most random
yeah, the most
crafter
random
friend. Yeah.
crafty. Yes, exactly. But what I also admire about you, how is that you're very entrepreneurial because you have like your own shops and things that you
Mm.
create and make, which I think is cool because not a lot of people do that. I have so many friends who are also creative in
Mm-hmm.
different ways, and they aspire to have like a sticker shop or like an Etsy
Mm.
shop or all these other things, but then they don't really do anything. And then I see you like actually doing stuff and having your own shop and shipping it out on like a like a small
Mm.
personal scale, but it's like it's still a thing.
Yeah.
And you mentioned too that you have made income from it and you were
Mm-hmm.
able to, I think if I'm not getting this wrong, like go
Yeah.
on a vacation because of
I'm
stuff like
going on a
that.
vacation
Yeah,
because of that. Yeah.
exactly, which is super cool. So I wanted to dig into that. I guess first question on this topic is what are some of the creative things that you do and like how did you get into everything?
Okay. I am the most random person. So whatever is in my mind that I want to do, I just write it on the paper and then I'll work on it. And if I think that I can't do it, then I'll scrap it and then think of another stuff to do because crafting for me is very therapeutic. It's my way of distressing. And so I find it satisfying and like therapeutic. Like I said, whenever I am able to put my ideas into life, that's why I am into like creating or being crafter. Um, I would also say because I am a very introverted person, so um, I tend to just be on my own little world most of the time, and it's helping me because I really have a really bad attention span, and it helps me like focus
Mm,
and um, refocus. And so, yeah, that's my way of
like kind of going through
refocusing.
that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What are some things that you've made? Obviously, I know as a friend, but like what are some things that you do in terms of this creative outlet?
Um, I do the most random stuff, to be honest. Like, I do mostly stickers. I do um, make a lot of customs DIY um, things that you can think of. And what I think of, I make shirts. I make, um, right now I'm into Labubu, so I make stuff for Labubu.
Hmm.
And so, yeah,
Right. So I guess well, you have some Labubu here
yeah, it
for the
matches me.
video people and for the audio. So from my understanding, when we last talked about this, you design like or you curate or source outfits and then you
Hmm.
sell them. Is that correct?
Yeah, and my mom is a big part of this because she makes most of them
Hmm.
because it like crocheting is her hobby,
Oh.
and so one of her hobbies. So I am. It started with her making an outfit for one of my Labubu because I only started with one, to be honest, and now I
Mhm.
have like this much, like 10 or something.
Mhm.
Um, and I
Only
was
10?
yeah, only 10 maybe.
Oh, and
I
I floss every
miscounted.
day. Yeah.
Yeah, I floss them every day
Yeah.
too.
Nice.
You know how many teeth? Like there's
Yeah.
like 9 teeth to floss every day. So, so anyway, yeah, and it started with my mom, and um, so because my mom actually was got sick for quite a bit, and while she was recovering, what helped her, I think, is also to be mobile. Like, is it like
Oh
being
yeah, like just
mobility and
mobility.
stuff?
Yeah, just working on
Yeah.
something.
So yeah, working on something, and um, I actually started posting it and started carrying the Labubu with me and with the outfit that she made, and like people started asking where I got it from, and so I started posting those outfits, and people would ask me where I got it from, and I would say it's from my mom, and so I posted it just so people could buy them, and when people buy them, my mom gets really happy and
Mm,
giddy, and so I'm like, okay, we'll continue this, and it got bigger, and so
mm. So she does she make every outfit, or how do you
not
create the
every
outfits?
outfit.
Yeah.
Most of them these days I curate it, and then I would like curate pieces and bits and pieces, and then I would combine it. I think that's why people like it better because it's already a
Mm.
set instead of like
Like
buying
individual
one.
like
Yeah.
outfits or individual pieces, like
Mm-hmm.
a shirt or something.
Yeah, I started to like. I thought of making merches, kind of like to replicate the merches. You know how K-pop merch can be so expensive, but at least I can make some for my
Yeah,
boo. Yeah.
that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so could you walk us through this whole process? So you started off with making an outfit. Someone's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh, that's cool," and then you're like, "Oh, maybe I can post it and then
Mm-hmm.
maybe sell it."
Yeah.
So how does the process of does someone first ask for an outfit, or do you have a whole listing, or where do you come up with the outfits, or is it supply, or is it demand first then supply, or how does it work?
Yeah, so I sometimes it's very random too because I'm a very random person. Um, I would think of things. So lately, well, Tina has been on a concert, so I thought of, oh, maybe I can make the merch like little merch for her Labubu. That's where the merch came from, like the idea came from. Mostly something that's trending or just random things that I think of.
Mm.
Yeah.
So you think of a random thing, and then what happens there? You post it, and people find it, and they want to buy it, or how does it
Yeah.
work?
I
Oh, okay.
usually make it to a point where I would think that I would like it first so that if it doesn't work out, then I could still keep it because I would still like it. So I won't just buy it just because of the hype or something. Or,
Mm.
yeah, no.
So
I
you're
would
like,
try to
oh,
test it first
oh,
before,
okay.
yeah.
So you're like, oh, I think this would be a good idea. So then you
Yeah.
make it
Yeah.
yourself,
Hmm.
and then you post it on Instagram or something.
Mostly Instagram, sometimes TikTok if I have time, because it also takes a lot of effort to
Right.
actually take pictures,
Right.
post it, make the listing, all the whole process, and it's only gonna be done by me. Like my mom would do creating, but everything else is gonna be me.
Mm, so
Like,
it's like one at a time, and you just
mm-hmm.
kind of make it, and then if someone wants to buy that one, they
Yeah,
can buy that specific one.
mm-hmm.
Gotcha. So then, do your customers they find you on either Instagram or TikTok or something, and then how do they buy it? What's that process?
I usually post mine at this shop called Mercari.
Hmm.
It's like Etsy kind of, or it's like an online store too, but I find it easier there because I already started there. But I I know people would ask me like why not here, because I already started here and people I already have like customers there and that comes back to that shop, and it's
I
on its
see.
own. I know on its own is already really hard to manage, and
Right.
if I expand
To
more,
another platform.
yeah, and its inventory is really hard to manage too, so I don't want to like, and if it's going to be just me that's working on it,
Right.
then it's going to be too much for me because I also have work, and then sometimes it's too much for me to do. Like I have a lot of pendings to do right now, even as
Mm.
we speak. I have a lot of things that I need to take pictures of and edit, make videos, so that one thing also that they don't tell you when you start a business is you're gonna be forced to be like a creator at one
Mm.
point, because that's how
Creator
you're
meaning
like you
like content creator.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
because at some point, because that's how you're going to advertise your
That's like the
stuff.
marketing right now
Mm-hmm.
these days.
Yeah.
So maybe I wanted to go back. How did you find, was it Mercari? How did you find that, and why did you select that platform?
I I don't remember how I found it. I think it's just because my brother bought something there, and it's a Labubu thing. So, he told me that he bought something there, and so maybe I if I post there, and there's not a lot of Labubu stuff still when I started there, and so it they're gonna be kind of forced to buy it on
Oh, I
my
see.
shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you're one of the only people who
Mm-hmm.
are
that
selling pieces.
started. Yeah,
I see.
yeah.
So then when you said you have pending stuff, you mean like from a marketing side, but do people come and like commission or ask for certain things? And do you have like a backlog like that?
Yeah, because when I started doing the when I started exploring the merch for K-pop, it's actually there's actually a wide market for it. So like people would comment that they would actually want to pay money for it, and I was like, hmm, maybe I should do this more.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't want to be like doing it a lot because, like I said, I still have work
Yeah. So
that
people
I.
were commenting about like how they would buy it. So then if somebody wanted like a Labubu outfit or
Mhm.
something, how does that process work? Do they just like DM you or is there a
Yeah,
way to
they could.
request it?
Yeah, they DM me
Okay, so
or
it's like
yeah.
individual.
Hmm.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh
yeah. Mostly, also my coworkers are. I brought Labubu to work too,
yeah.
and so my coworkers also would try to ask me like, "Do you have this kind of outfit?" Or some
Mm.
of them, and then, "Can you make this for me?" And so yeah,
So it's
and then
like
when
in
I post
person.
it too, and be like,
Uh
"Oh, I want that," so
yeah.
I'll bring it to work and okay,
Nice.
yeah.
Okay, so I have two different sort of questions. One of them
Mhm.
is what are your aspirations for this business or side businesses or things that you like working on like the crafting? So
Yeah.
what are your aspirations in terms of like scale? And I want to touch upon this because some people
Mm-hmm.
think when they think of a business, they think the ultimate goal is to like have a billion-dollar bit. You know what I mean? Like it's that sort of thing.
Yeah,
But there's
that would be
different
nice,
right.
but
But
yeah.
there are different levels of what people want to do. And so I'm curious, like, what are your aspirations? And usually some people ask, like, oh, did you want to scale it to be
Mm-hmm.
higher? And sometimes people don't. So what are your aspirations?
Okay, so this one I'm doing it because it makes my mom happy first of all because she's happy when someone buys her stuff, and it's just something that I like to do right now. Who knows how long I'm gonna be into Labubu? So it's just I'm not taking it seriously because, like I said, I still have like work that I do in most of my time. And so this is just a part time or a side job
Mhm.
that I thought that I could make money on the side.
Yeah.
That now I am using some of that money to take my parents into vacation.
Yeah.
That yeah, she asked me because you know how my mom got sick and while she was recovering, um, there was a time frame where she lost her short term memory and she doesn't know what's like happening. And so when her recovery is getting better, she's actually asked me because one thing that I told her like if you get better, I'm gonna take you to a cruise.
Mm.
And then so like recently, she's like, I think I remember you telling me.
Like, look, my memory might not be that good, but
Yeah,
you
like,
said.
you told me you're gonna take me on a cruise on our anniversary. You're like,
Yeah, yeah.
they're my dad and my parents' like
Mhm.
their anniversary, and I'm like, about that. Actually, you're right. And so I'm very thankful that
Yeah.
she's now able to like she's cleared to go to a vacation at
Nice.
least.
Yeah.
So once that was cleared, I was like, okay, we can do it now. So yeah. So I have like extra money for to do it actually instead
Mm.
of like using my personal money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
It's
think
kind of like an avenue for me that
right.
I was able to use it.
That's
Yeah.
cool. So for you, it's like it was something that you enjoyed doing. It was
Mm-hmm.
like a passion project, and you
Yeah.
get to work with your mom, and so
Mm-hmm.
it's a double benefit. And now you can also
Yeah.
go on vacations. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
I guess the last thing I wanted to ask on this is for people, since you're not only very creative and crafty, but you're entrepreneurial. I guess do you have any advice for people who have similar ideas? Like maybe they're also creative and they want to try to start a side business or something. Do you have any advice for how they can get into it?
I would say just do it.
Do it.
Not Nike sponsor, but
Yeah.
just do it.
Yeah.
Just try it. I mean, nothing's bad's gonna happen if it fails. So,
What do you think stops people from just doing it?
well, at first for me, what stopped me is like, will people really buy this stuff? But
Like, will it work?
yeah, will it work? I think that's the main thing. Or like maybe they're shy about like showing or showcasing their talents too.
Yeah. So it just might be a fear of like, does it work? But also being shy if it requires.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you said, content creation is sort of the game to
Yeah.
market. So
Mm-hmm.
sometimes it does require you to be on social media.
Mm-hmm.
I will say on top of that too, my advice on starting something is always try to find. I was watching this video.
Research.
Research, yeah. I was watching this video actually this morning at the gym of how to do something. It's called fear setting. It's an exercise where the reason why people don't do anything is because of
Mhm.
fear.
Yeah.
And what stops them is this sort of ambiguous, oh no, I'm scared that the world will explode and I will die if I do this thing.
Mhm.
And so what he recommends is you write it down, because when you actually think about, okay, what is the worst case scenario?
Mhm.
And when you put it onto paper, your brain is like, oh, actually, it's not that bad.
Mhm.
And then the second question is, okay, if the worst case scenario, how can you mitigate that? And it's
Mhm.
like, okay, worst case scenario is I throw all of my life savings into it and it doesn't work and now I'm broke and I have to live
Yeah.
under a bridge.
Mhm.
And then the next question is, okay, well, can you do something that scales it back? Meaning, like,
Mhm.
if you wanted to start a business, you don't have to throw in all your money. Could you do a
Yeah.
proof of concept? And
Risk.
that's, yeah, like
Yeah.
risk mitigation.
Yeah.
So I think about that as like, okay, so what is the lowest proof of concept, lowest amount of risk that I can do in this direction just to see
Mhm.
how it goes? And then I can iterate. If I don't like to do it anymore, I can stop.
Mhm.
And it's not like I invested $100,000 into like a McDonald's and now I'm
Mhm.
stuck. But it's like, yeah, I just paid, some like a little bit of money for a website, or like I
Mhm.
put some effort into an Instagram, but that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
So if you just kind of write it down and maybe plan a little bit and then
Mhm.
just try it, it's very low risk, right?
Yeah. And also maybe they don't like a lot of people are actually really busy at it as it's like on their lives, and so maybe they don't really have time to do it to execute plans. So maybe that's also a reason why.
Yeah.
Yeah, that I can
So
think
then
of.
if someone, I guess, as someone who, let's say, they come to you and be like, okay, I would love to do my own thing, but I don't have time,
Hmm.
what would you say to them then at that point?
Well, if you really want something to work and if you want positive results to your craft, then you would make time for it.
Yeah.
There's no reason to. Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever I get the time, reason, or excuse, I always tell them it's like, well, you're already doing things.
Hmm.
So clearly those things you're doing are important to you, right? And so it's more of an issue of priority, not
Yeah.
of time,
Hmm.
because we all have the same amount of time. And so I think I would also recommend for the audience, I guess, if they're curious about this stuff, think about like what you spend your time on. And maybe you do want to just watch TV or
Hmm.
Netflix or whatever, but try to do something creative, because you'll be surprised at how fun it can be to actually
Yeah.
work on something.
Hmm.
Not to scale it to be $1 million business, but even to just to do a
Just
creative
to
thing.
start. Yeah.
Yeah. For people who like us, who like
Mm.
maybe try to do something, it is actually more fun and you kind of end up wanting to do more of it,
Yeah.
which is like a positive feedback loop. So I'd
Hmm.
recommend just try to do something,
Yeah.
small baby steps, right?
Yeah. That you're passionate about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, here's another thing I heard about. Like, so I saw another video that
Hmm.
was like, passion follows competence,
Mm.
right? And
Hmm.
so some people think well, the maxim is follow your passions.
Hmm.
And then some people are like, I don't know what I'm passionate about. And then so usually how you approach that is, well, what are you
Like to
interested
do.
in? What do you like
Yeah.
to do? And what are you good at?
Yeah.
And when you follow those things, usually you're passionate about something that you're actually good at.
Hmm.
Rarely are you passionate about something that you suck at, right? You're like, oh, I suck at bowling. I love doing that. Like, no, it's usually when you develop skill first.
Yeah.
So therefore, you should try a lot of things, develop skill, and then your
Hmm.
passions, I believe, will come out of that, right?
Yeah. Like automatically.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, anything else? Otherwise, we'll move over to our third topic. Any other things we missed?
Surviving so far.
Yeah, he's right.
Okay.
More than halfway. All right, so this last topic, we won't go too far into it, but it's like being introverted and adjusting to a new country.
Hmm.
So you already answered this, but you moved to the States when you were like in your late teens, early
The
20s
sad
ish.
part actually about that
Yeah.
is because for me, as I was busy at the sad part about that is for me because I'm really introverted and so I am like my friends are not here. Um, the sad part is as I was busy adjusting my life here, of course my friends and other people that I kind of left there in the Philippines are also busy going on and figuring their lives.
Mm.
And so naturally there was a friendship drifting. Not rifting because like that's friendship over, but we still like that's how I find social media and being born. I'm thankful for being born with technology because at least if even if we don't really talk that much, we still see each other from time to time and we'll be able to say hi and stuff. But yeah, it was because the world won't stop for you. And so you just gotta live with it and continuously leaving. And one phrase that I saw recently that I can think of also is as you mature, not like you think that nothing is more of a loss, it's more of a redirection. It's like a lesson or protection and realization. So I think that's one thing that I like to hold on to these
Mhm.
days too.
So I guess just to go back, you said that it's reframing of
Mm-hmm.
how people see loss, but it
Mm-hmm.
could just be redirection or
Yeah.
refocus.
Yeah.
I like that. What were some of the hardest challenges, I guess, moving over to the States? I asked this question because I had another friend who moved from Mexico.
Uh-huh.
And usually when I hear that people moved here later in life, it's
Mm.
what are some challenges, but also what are some things that you've gotten used to and culture wise and some things you
Yeah.
haven't gotten used to?
McDonald's doesn't have rice.
Oh, no rice at McDonald's.
Yeah, and I was like, I got here and it's like, why? Where's the rice? And no red hot dogs. I grew up like with red hot dogs. There's a
At
Filipino.
McDonald's.
No, not
Oh,
McDonald's, but in like
yeah.
supermarkets.
They don't have any here?
Now they do. I
Oh,
think yeah,
okay.
they have it. I think it's. I don't know if it's a food coloring like America,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, my aunts and uncles used to cook a lot of like eggs and red hot dogs and
Mm-hmm.
like tocino and longanisa, like the
Mm-hmm.
whole Filipino breakfast
Yeah.
spread. I had a little cousin of mine who, okay, so I have two little cousins. One of them's a girl, one of them's a boy,
Mm-hmm.
and the girl always ate the eggs, and the boy always ate the hot dog, or it might be reversed.
Mm-hmm.
But then their dad always cooked just those two things,
Uh-huh.
and it was so funny because I'm like, why do you guys just only eat the one
Those.
thing? Most people they eat both, right? And you
Mm-hmm.
kind of mix it in, and it kind
Mm-hmm.
of complements each other. But they're so I
Separated.
only eat eggs and I
Yeah.
only eat the hot
Oh,
dogs.
that's funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know why. Maybe they're in college now, so I think
Oh,
they're over it.
they
But
they ventured into
they probably
others.
I would hope so. What else? Anything else that you haven't gotten used to or have gotten used to,
I can't think of anything right now, but
or things that are
the
strange?
money. I don't know what the money looks like when I first moved here. Like I don't know who's in the bill.
Mhm.
So, but then I know that there's like numbers on the
Numbers, yeah.
side, but I
Oh, you
think
don't know
till
who
now,
who
yeah,
the presidents are?
yeah, who the no, not the president. I know them. I just don't know how they look too,
Um,
because yeah, I didn't grow up here.
so you know the number. Obviously, the numbers are there, but you mean
Mhm.
you don't know who the people are?
The person who is in the bill.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
most even Americans don't know who they are.
Oh really?
Well, I mean, there's the, like Benjamins, right? People,
Yeah.
those are hundreds.
Mhm.
Washingtons are one. Who's five? Lincoln. I'm testing
See,
my
it's
memory
making
now.
you think now.
No, but I mean, like, I'm sure average Americans don't. They're
Mhm.
just like, here's a 10 or
Yeah,
here's a
it's
20.
okay.
Wait,
But
what?
now it's like tap tap.
Wait, who's 20?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't remember.
Is it? I was like, is it that racist guy? Like, no, actually, I'm sure they were all racist at one point. Anyways, okay, so
Language barrier.
language
too.
barrier, yeah, that makes sense. And you're still translating from Tagalog.
Yeah,
into
my head
English.
right now is translating.
You're sending
live.
the info live from the Philippines, and it comes back.
Yeah, it makes round trip.
It makes round trip. Wow, your internet speed's pretty fast.
I suddenly logs.
Yeah, it's like she's like
Oh wait.
the Wi-Fi cut out. Is there anything else that helped you adjust to this new place? Like, what do you think helped?
I would say having my immediate family here really helped me. Instead of being by myself alone. My friends, I mean my sister's friends, because they're mostly Filipinos. It's easy to reconnect, and they also speak the language, the Filipino language. So, like we talk, and though I'm not close to them that much, it's still easier to adjust if there are people of the same like culture that grew up with the same culture. I think, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Also, maybe K-pop, finding common
Yeah,
interests.
actually, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on my list too. Like, when I first moved here, um, I suddenly stumbled into a video where this group is just randomly walking into like the Han River, I think in Korea,
Mhm.
and they have a puppy. The puppy's name is Coco, and eventually I got curious because I don't have anything to do. Then just when I moved there, I don't really have work or job waiting for me, so I had to stay home for quite a bit till I got the job that I have right now. So I was watching this video and I got curious on this group because they look so diverse. So the group that I'm talking about is GOT7. And so the members, most of them is from different countries. And so I felt like I kind of relate to them at some point because they are also from different country and they are forced to be in Korea to train, and that's even harder because they don't even have their families with them, like, unlike me. And so they're doing something that they're passionate about, and so it inspired me and it gave me comfort to actually support them too.
Mm.
Yeah, and so yeah, their music kind of I like their music, and just the way that they bond and hang out, like random videos that I saw, and I'm like, oh, that's cool, and that kept me company. And eventually I had BTS too. Like after seeing like GOT7,
Yeah.
like
So GOT7 was the first group.
the first group that I've like really got the comfort of. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah, that was the first class you and Tina took. For me
hmm
was GOT7.
That's
You
how
are?
I met Tina actually. From
Yeah.
GOT7.
Oh.
From being
How did you meet Tina?
so before, way back when K-pop is being kind of like gaining popularity, they had an app called V Live.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and so I would see people there. They have like a chat room, and I found out that she's Filipino,
Mm.
and she actually lived like closer to me
Yeah.
before, like 8 minutes away from me, and so we tried to meet up. I know it's like dangerous, but I took my my parents with
Oh,
me.
nice.
So yeah, we met up, and then now we're still friends and
Yeah.
we're best friends.
How long before taking my class was that? Like, when did you guys first meet?
Probably a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys were
It's
hanging out for a
not,
year.
yeah, it's not that
Mm.
long. And then we were able to go to their concerts and do before COVID. There's
Yeah.
like high touches, right?
Right,
And
right.
so my fangirl side was pretty satisfied back then. And way back, it's really cheap too.
Yeah.
It's cheaper, I would
Yeah.
say. Not
Inflation's crazy for K-pop
yes,
concerts.
yeah, economy, crazy.
I was gonna say, did you dance before, or how did you?
When I was a kid, actually,
Yeah.
Filipino.
Right. I mean, aside from that, obviously she dances like Filipino, but like, I was curious what your level of experience was by that point.
So when I was in elementary, I used to be in a group that dance and competes.
Mm.
But then I moved on to a new school, the
Like,
high
competes
school.
like what? Like, what kind of dance?
Um, Random, most likely like pop songs.
Oh, pop. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm.
like what's popular back then would be it. Most likely there's this, like, it's not a, is it a girl group? I could have Blessy like correct me on this, but they're called sex moms.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So
Yeah.
those are the type of dances that we would
Mm.
dance.
So it's like
during-
Filipino pop.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So those are the dances that we would do as a kid
Yeah.
and compete with it. We won a couple of times
Of
too.
course you won.
No, but
Typical Filipino childhood. You just compete, dance, and
you're
win.
just forced. And my parents were actually surprised that I joined that group, and I'm like, "You are joining what?" Because they don't really force any, like, whatever we want. They're very supportive. So yeah, I joined it without consulting them first, and so I was in a group, and suddenly, next thing we know, we are winning.
Yeah. Wait, what age was this or what grade?
I was in elementary, so
Oh,
very
okay.
young, like
Yeah.
9, 8.
Mm.
And then suddenly I had to move to a different school, and then new people again. And I think puberty. So I stopped. Um, I got shy and never danced again.
Mm.
Yeah.
Until you got back into K-pop. You're like, oh, yeah, I can
Yeah,
dance.
it's because K-pop is very interesting movements, and
Yeah.
it's like an art for me. It's a way of exercise too. At some point, when Tina tried to drag me to your class and we all dance, it's kind of an exercise for me too.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
fun.
Yeah, it's super fun. Especially if you're, genetically, it's easier to dance when you're Filipino.
It's really hard now because I don't really like. I feel like my coordination's not good anymore.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's true. There's like there's a athleticism that requires maintenance, especially as we get older, right?
Mhm.
Okay, I think we're at topic or time for this topic. Anything else we left out or you wanted to cover? Otherwise, we'll go into rapid fire.
Not really.
Okay,
We're going.
ready for rapid
Yeah.
fire? This is the fun one. So they're rapid fire questions, but you can take as long as you want
Mhm.
to answer, up to 10 minutes. So,
Oh my gosh. Okay.
billboard question: if you could put up a sign for millions of people to see, what would it say? Non-commercial, probably metaphorical.
Um, I would say the thing that comes to my mind is work it till you make it. I know that the phrase literally is, the real um, saying is fake it till you make it. But for me, being true to yourself and being authentic to yourself would go farther than pretending. And so it could also free your mind and soul. And so I like being just be yourself.
Okay, so
Yeah.
work it till you make it, and also be
Be
yourself,
yourself.
right?
Yeah.
That makes sense because when you say fake it, people are gonna think, oh, so I'm supposed to be inauthentic.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. What is one of the hardest challenges you face, and what did you learn from it?
I would say that it's actually the language barrier. And so um it's really hard till now. Like I'm struggling right now. Like I'm panicking inside. I'm just maybe I look like calm right now, but I am dying inside.
She's slowly withering away on the
This is
inside.
one thing that I
Nosebleed.
am, yeah, and I'm trying to overcome too, being on a camera and
Yeah.
talking to people
No,
more.
you're doing great. And plus,
Thank
what if
you.
no one sees it? Then you're good, right?
Okay.
That's the
Mom, I'm on camera. Okay, I'm on the TV. Okay.
that's the positive thing about not being viral is like, okay, worst case scenario, no one sees it. Cool.
Mhm.
Self-inflicted wound. Do you have a story about something that's gone wrong in your life and you can't blame anyone because it's your own fault?
Okay, I have two for this actually. One is I am really picky with restrooms, and so when used to work on the field with the providers, and we would go to facilities, we all know that public restrooms can be dirty, and so ever since I was a kid too, um, I had to be transferred to a different school because I'm too picky with the restroom,
Oh,
and I won't drink water because water makes you go to the restroom,
oh, I see.
and so it caused some infection infection,
Yeah,
and it reached my kidneys and
yeah,
like on my blood too. So yeah, don't do that.
yeah.
You just buy like toilet, like you can buy individual pack toilet seats or covers
Right.
and wipes too. So don't be like me.
Yeah, and also hydrate.
Yeah, stay hydrated. See, I'm drinking water.
You're like, see, I'm drinking water.
Yeah.
You're like, blessy. It's like, you see, I ate one broccoli. What?
Yeah, at least, right?
If you could redo one thing, what would you do differently?
Oh, okay. So one thing that I thought of with this one, and David knows this too because he's part of it. Um, do you remember Dogecoin or like the
Dogecoin? Yeah,
crypto?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the crypto. My sister encouraged me to buy some stock, like from like if you have extra money, just buy some.
Mhm.
And so I did at the lowest of it,
Mm.
and so I could have really made a lot of money if I want to. But I was talking to Dave to D, and then I was talking and accidentally sold it when
Oh, what?
yeah I could have went up. And so
Wait, you were talking to him, and while talking to him,
I was
accidentally sold it?
yeah I accidentally sold it, and now I'm like
Wait, how did? Okay, so you're talking on the phone or like
yeah
in person?
no on the phone.
On
I
the
was on
phone.
the phone and I'm like trying to navigate the app,
Oh.
and I'm like if I
S-
could redo it, I'm
So
not
it's
gonna
David's fault you're
touch
not
it.
rich.
Oh yeah.
Ah, I see, I see. Uh, yeah, I mean, we all have those moments, right? Where it's like, oh, we shouldn't have done that.
But
Wait,
then
why didn't you rebuy it at that point?
no, because it's already expensive for me to buy it. Like it's
Oh,
not worth it for
so it
me.
went up and then you sold it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you
It
made
went
some money.
I made some money, but I could have made more,
I
basically.
see.
But then actually, for me, like in my head, stock markets and
Right.
cryptos is actually a form of gambling too.
Right.
And losing money is like very important to me. Yeah. Like
Same.
even if I lose $20, I feel like I should have spent it on money or coffee.
Or coffee. Money is important to me, and so is coffee.
Yeah, staying caffeinated.
Caffeinated and sort of hydrated.
Yeah.
If you could give your younger self advice, what would it be now?
I would just say have faith and more confidence to yourself, and you'll be okay. You don't have to really work on and always please everyone and choose your battles.
Mhm.
Always try to choose your battles. As long as you know to yourself the truth, and your parents or like your family knows the truth, and your loved ones knows the truth, then just continue protecting your peace.
I like that. In the last few years, what new belief, behavior, or habit has improved your life?
Um, I would say this is also one thing that I'm trying to work on right now. It's overthinking. Um,
You're thinking about overthinking?
yeah, like right now, I'm super overthinking. There's so much information in my head right now that's going through in my head. Um, what David always tells me is to live in the present, so and not to worry about the future too much, because like what if you look back and all you remember is you worrying and not being able to enjoy now. And so what he advises me all the time is fear is a byproduct of your imagination,
Mm.
and like don't waste your time worrying on something that you can't control, and live in the present, and stay out of your comfort zone if you want to grow.
Mm,
And so those advices really um, helps me in terms of just not to overthink stuff. Yeah,
I like it.
and have like another perspective. I live better. My mind's more peaceful.
Mhm.
Yeah, and clear.
Nice.
Hmm.
Yeah, fear is the mind killer.
Yeah.
If you, hmm, what is, was there, what significant event in your life shifted the way you see things, if anything? Maybe.
Okay. Okay. So I would, like I said earlier, my mom got sick recently, and it's still gonna make me more like emotional till this day. Um, she complained about headache, and next thing we know, she has stroke. And so it shifted me in a way that it reminded me that life is too short, and that I have to really make the most out of it. And they're not getting like younger, so I need to really step up and like do my best to be there too for them. Yeah.
I like it. How do you define success?
How do I define success, or who do I define successful?
I switch back and forth, but my
uh,
general question is like, how do you define success? Like, what is success to you?
okay, so can I shift it to
Go ahead.
the
Yeah.
like yeah. So success for me, or who do I define successful, is very I'm gonna have a very simple answer to this. I would say it's gonna be my parents, because my parents have 4 kids, and it's really hard to raise 4 kids in general, and they were able to raise us in a very caring and loving, supportive environment that I'm really grateful for. I don't even know if I be able to raise one, especially in this economy. So, and they were still together through it all until now. And I think these days that's very rare for people to have that your parents still together. And so I am really blessed to have them still. So success for me is being able to raise kids that are now okay with each other, not fighting and stuff. And so yeah, very supportive.
Like creating a loving home
Yeah.
is like a definition of success.
Yeah.
I like that. What is something that you've been pondering recently or something that you often think about?
I would relate it to my answer like right now.
Mm.
Um I've been pondering about like if I am really gonna be able to raise a kid. I know I like to joke about like I love returnables, so like you borrow them and then you return it, because you can only be
You can do that with
responsible.
kids.
Yeah, yeah. So I can only borrow them for a certain time, and then oh, you're crying. Okay, bye.
Mm.
So yeah, but then if you really have one, you cannot return it back. It's
Oh, that's not how that
non-refundable.
works? Darn.
No. And so, yeah, that's what I've been pondering lately. And am I going to be able to really raise one, especially in this economy?
Yeah, I think that's a real concern.
Hmm.
What is, do you have a favorite hot take or something that you think most people wouldn't agree with?
One thing that I can think of is the culture of work husband and work wife. I know for some people that's okay, but it just personally doesn't align to my values, and I think that's too much.
What about it? Or maybe could you describe
Especially
what
for
that is?
people. Okay,
Yeah,
so maybe if they're single, they can do it. But
right.
then I feel like it's disrespectful for your partners, that like your real life partners. Um, I just don't feel comfortable with the idea.
Mm,
And one thing that I can also think of is that people, or maybe just in our culture, Filipino culture, is the taboo of sending your loved ones to a nursing care facility,
mm,
because they said that you're being ungrateful for it. But for me, you're actually, if the situation is really up to the point where you have to send them there, then there must be a really deeper reason. And you're actually sending them there instead of leaving and abandoning them is way better, because they have more benefits there. They are left in the care of professionals that really studied for what they are for. And I've witnessed and went to a lot of different nursing home facilities, and I've seen them. They have pretty fun activities there
mm,
too, and they send, you have social worker that would send services for you, and mm, there's everything that they do for the patients, that to make sure that they are taken care of. So even they would send like dental care, optometrist or podiatrist. So I think it's actually one of the wisest choice, instead of trying to do it on your own too, when you're not really knowledgeable with
mm.
how
Or
to take
equipped
your,
to do that.
yeah, equipped to do it.
Mm,
So they also have, like, nursing homes also have like therapy therapy sessions and everything that they would need. So I would think that before judging people that sends people to nursing home facilities, like maybe think about why, or ask, maybe there's gonna be always a reason why they would have to lead to that decision of sending their loved ones to a facility, like a care facility.
yeah,
Um,
that makes sense. Like
mhm.
instead of going on the stigma and judging, you could do
Mhm.
your own research and see what it's like. And there's a reason why a lot of people go there, and it could
Mhm.
actually be a better situation, like you're
Mhm.
saying. I like that. That's a good take.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna jump forward. Any favorite books, movies, videos, articles, or media that you share or recommend the most?
For this one, I'm not really like a reader, but one is already shared by Blessy, like the Three Idiots.
Mm,
I like that movie so much too. 'Cause we're twins. But if it's more recent, I would recommend watching um, How to Make Millions Before Grandma Dies,
mm.
and When Life Gives You Tangerines.
Those are movies.
Yeah, those one is a movie and one is a series, both in Netflix.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it gave me more perspective into life, like in terms of being more connected to my family
Mm,
and appreciating them more. Yeah. And both of them, actually, I haven't finished When Life Gives You Tangerines, because I always have to prepare mentally every episode, because um it makes me cry every
pretty heavy.
episode. Yeah.
How
Super
many?
heavy.
One season? How many
One
episodes?
season. I don't remember how many episodes though, because I
Okay,
haven't
okay,
finished it.
finish it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll link it so people can check it out. Okay, cool. We have reached the end of rapid fire. Congrats. You can exhale
I
now.
survived.
You survived.
Oh
We
no.
just have our last question, so
Mhm.
we'll always end with gratitude. Shout out to my mom. So, what are you grateful for?
I am grateful for the inventor of air conditioning. No, I'm
It's true.
grateful.
And we're done.
It's really hot these days. I'm grateful for my loved ones' health, and I hope that, yeah, they're far from being sick. It's really hard when your loved ones are going through some hard times in terms of sickness and health.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Do you have a final ask from the audience or any final takeaways you'd like them to have from this conversation?
I would say, what's your life after work? What do you do for fun?
Mm.
What most, like, what people do for fun these days? I would like some advice and suggestions.
Oh, you want to ask them for.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what you do after your life after work, though. That's her handle. That's why it's a joke.
Yeah,
All right.
because there's life after work.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask where can we find you? Social media handles. If people want to see what you're up to or connect, where can they find you?
I'm sure JR will link these accounts.
Yeah.
Um, they can mostly find me these days caddying for someone at golf field.
100%, just a random person.
Yeah, a random person. No joking. But yeah, you can. I'm more active through Instagram mostly. The ones that JR will link for sure.
Yeah, you can
Will
check out what you're up to.
And if ever you are working on a care facilities or a nursing home that needs mobile dental company, maybe reach out to if you want. I won't say the name because for privacy reasons too, but if you're interested on mobile dental um, company that would service for elderly and TRCs or like psych places. Yeah.
I like that.
Psych.
It's like a plug for your work, but also to protect them from piracy. You won't say it.
Yeah, it's more my privacy.
I see. That's cool. Cool. I like it. All right, Hal. That is it. Congrats, you survived. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for making it easy for me.
Yeah. No.
Yeah, I feel like I'm warmed up now.
Yeah. I got that was the second or third person to say, okay, now we're at the end. I feel comfortable.
Okay, we can start again now. I think we can start now.
Yeah. Okay, well, I'm glad you had a good time. I appreciate it. I'm going to take a lot of notes. I think you had really good insights.
Thank you.
So I will listen to this over and over.
Hopefully, like some people would get something at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
sure
just
they
a very
will.
simple citizen of United States of America.
Check out her bio. I spruced it up, but she's like, I'm just a simple citizen.
Yeah, actually, I want
Go
to
ahead.
say something about my bag. Like my cousin made this bag. She carved it herself.
So cool.
It's like a wearable art. So like she's from Paete Laguna. So like, yeah, a piece from where I came from. Yeah.
And it could be a defense tool if you want to whack someone with it.
It's a wood actually. So.
Or if someone wants to punch you, you hold it up and then they hurt their hand.
Yeah. I would recommend checking her out. She actually is my cousin made this. Her name is Charming Baldemore. And she, with her hard work, I feel like she's being recognized these days now too. Like she's more in articles and newspapers, and she's gotten interviews with big companies too. And her arts, I've seen her arts in, I won't drop names, but big personalities in the Philippines. So I'm really proud of her and I really love her because she's also one of the influence that I would like to share. Earlier. Yeah. Because most of my childhood was actually spent with her, and I think most of my business minded side was also influenced by her, because before she would borrow me from my parents when I was a kid, and she would make us do like summer work, and with that money I would use that to buy tools that I can use to make jewelries. Like she would bring us on a store like for jewelry making, not like the DIY that you can buy like on a store, but a real tools that you can use to create accessories. And with that, I would actually create my own or make my own accessories even as a kid, and I would sell those as a kid too. Yeah.
I like it. Cool. All right. Well, did you want to send me a link and I can put in the show notes for her? Okay, cool. All right, so I'll do my final sign off. Thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. Be sure to like, follow, subscribe, leave us 5 stars, leave how love in the comments. And yeah, reminder to always be kind to other people, especially yourself. And remember that you can always learn something from someone if you take the time to listen. So thank you guys for being here.
A friend that listens.